Yeah. I love my HBCU. And boy, I love it, love it. I love it, love it. I love my HBCU. And man, I hope my team they won. Yeah. I hope my team they won. Yeah. Man, I hope my team they won. I hope my team they won. Yeah. I tune into the HBCU Sports Lab to see if my team won or lost. If they lost, I'm quiet as a mouse. But if they won, keep tab. I'ma do the dab, yeah. Dr. Cavil, he know what he be talking about. Mike and Charles, they know what they be talking about. They compress the analytic data with the hip hop. If you know them like I know them, they gon' tell you if your team, if they won or lost, and who the ball. So listen to Professor, yes sir, and pay attention, cause he gonna teach a lesson.
This is Dr. Cavil's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab. This is the Indy Report, and I have one half of the HU pirate ship, Tariq Wilson. How you doing, sir?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. You had a good weekend, having a good week so far?
Yeah, so far, just don't watch the news and you're all right.
Man, I don't. I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, I get most of my news from Twitter, which is probably shameful. That's probably it. Like, I'll hop on Apple News occasionally to catch a couple things here and there, read a couple articles, but yeah. I don't want to talk about it.
I got one thing that's vexing me, and then I'm gonna ask you about your shirt, which is good news. So I moved to a new city and I'm having a problem.
What is your problem, sir?
I need a barber. Someone I can trust.
You know what's
I had
funny?
the same barber for 14 years before we moved, man. He was like family.
You know what's funny? Like, for those who don't know, I live in New England. I live in Rhode Island, and I remember a few years back, somebody asked me, why don't black folks want to come up here? And I said, oh, that's easy, man. It's hard to find somebody to get a haircut. That's easy.
Right.
Oh, that's easy. Like, now, granted, you can go to Providence, and if you really want to take that trek to Boston, you can. But if you in Newport, Rhode Island, man, your options are very limited. There ain't too many options when it comes to getting a cut.
Yeah.
So you figure it out, you work it through. But yeah, I pray for you, bro, because I've been jumping barbers since I've been up here. I be going all over. I got like 4 different barbers. I got something set now.
Okay.
But I used to have I had a rotation, because it also is about when I can get in. Sometimes,
Man, well, a little bit of trivia. I'm a sidebar. So I grew up about 40 minutes from here. So I talked to my cousin. So I'm gonna go to that barbershop, my childhood barbershop. But it's like 40 minutes away. I gotta find something closer. But that was the same barbershop from the belly scene. If it's still open.
Wow, so you up in New York?
Yeah, that was filmed up in Jersey. So if they're still at that place, that's where I'm gonna go. Hopefully, I can find some in the city. But anyway, how are you, man? I know you had dropped the kid off at Hofstra. She's a flying Dutch woman. Are they still Dutch people?
They're the Pride. They've been the Pride for a while now.
Okay, when I was here, they were the Dutchmen.
Yeah, they're the Pride. They've been the Pride. I don't know how long they've been the Pride, but they're the Pride, which is like a lion. They just changed their logos and the mascot and everything. So they done changed everything. A lot of folks weren't happy about the changes. This is the new logo here, believe it or not. But
was a Dutchman too woke or not woke enough?
I have no idea. I don't know when they switched it, to be honest with you. They probably switched it a long time. That might have been for branding purposes, because they have a decent chunk of minorities that go to that school. It's pretty much half and half.
Yeah, they do. I mean, hell, I was being recruited there. The football, that's why I know about the team. So
the football team's gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah, so for the story about that, and then we can get into some HBCU stuff, and I'll do the intro. The thing about the football program there is that they dissolved it so they can start their medical school.
Oh,
That's why they made. Huh?
Did it happen?
Oh yeah. That medical school is hand over fist.
Oh, that's smart.
Oh yeah. They because basketball was their bread and butter.
Right.
That's always been their bread and butter. So they were like, nah, we're good, and we're gonna do this medical school.
Awesome.
But all right, let me get into the intro, because we got a lot of things to get through today, man. We only got an hour to do it. Welcome to episode 698 of Inside the HBCU Sports Lab radio show and podcast, the show that's covering the sporting HBCU diaspora, all things HBCU sports for institutions large and small, from the NAIA to the NCAA. We share insights and information on the HBCU sports culture and HBCU athletic aesthetics to facilitate the story of HBCUs, athletic programs, and the business of HBCU sports. I'm your host, David L. Rose, along with my co-host, Tariq Wilson. Jeffrey Johnson's on assignment. Brandon King might be on assignment as well, but we're gonna hope and pray that he shows up. I need him here, but we'll see. Otherwise, I'll do it on my own. We are filming from our live home studios and sending a signal live to our KCOH 12:30 a.m. studios with the Texas Radio Hall of Famer Ralph Cooper in the beautiful home of Texas Southern University from Houston, Texas. Now, I want to open with a hot take I had on Sunday on HBCU Nightly earlier this week. Okay. And the hot take was Hampton is going to beat Jackson State. That was my hot take. So we typically do hot takes at the beginning of the show after we do the first and 10. So we typically do hot takes. So my hot take was Hampton is going to beat Jackson State. And you are a Hampton alumnus. I think you believe the same. But I want you to tell me, why do you think Hampton can beat Jackson State?
Well, let me. So I've been high. We've talked a couple of weeks ago. Even I've been high on this Hampton team, even though a lot of transfers are not a lot of new blood. But man, some of the alum I know, man, they've been trying to curb my enthusiasm. But here's what I'll say: this team is really talented. There is a lot of talent on this team, and here's why I'm hoping that Hampton at least is competitive in this game. We're in the CAA, right? So when you're in the CAA, there's certain baselines, certain things. It shouldn't be a full rebuild. There should be some things in place to keep you competitive year after year, especially when you're playing outside of conference, because typically CAA schools compete. So we've been putting those things in place. So hopefully we don't fall off a cliff after we lose a couple guys. So I'm hoping that there'll be the guys who come in can start fast and play together, because individually they have really good players. Some of those young guys are really good, and I think they're going to show up. Jackson State honestly should win this game. They should. I mean, they're highly ranked. They're at home. They got a lot of talent. They should win. But Hampton is talented as well, and I think some of the young guys are going to shock them, because there's a bunch of unknown commodities who are talented. So hopefully they show up. Did they say right. I'm high on the young guys, but what's your rationale for? So Hampton
I think winning? for one, you guys have never lost to Jackson State.
Yeah.
So there's one piece of that. The other piece of it is, if Jackson State pull it off, and like you said, they could win this game. That would be the first CAA victory for the conference, which would be big for SWAC. So that would be big. And I think the big thing for me is, I believe that you guys are going to be the toughest FCS opponent that Jackson State faces this season. I'm not denying how good Jackson State is. What do you think the line is for this game?
I forget how to plus minus, but I think Jackson, they probably giving them 10. So
for when you talk about plus or minus, typically the home team gets 3 points off that alone for being the home team. It's typically they start at -3. Typically, when you talk about plus minus, right now Jackson State is 5-point favorites against Hampton right now. So it's a very much smaller line than I thought. Much smaller line than I thought it would be. Yeah. So I think this game is going to be closer. I'm picking Hampton to win. I'm not gonna get off my guns on that. I know the Jackson State folks are already getting the memes ready if I'm wrong. And that's fine by me. But I think I'm fascinated. I think you guys got a shot to be good in the CAA this year, man. I really do. I think it's just going to take a little bit of time to get acclimated. And I think you'll be acclimated prior to the conference schedule after you play Howard, Norfolk, and Jackson State to open up your season. So I think by the time you guys get in the conference play, I think you're going to surprise some folks. I believe they had you guys 10th, if I remember correctly, in the conference or something like that, or 11th or something like that.
How many? 11th. We are 4th from the bottom.
Yeah, so that means, you're 11th. So I think that you guys are going to rate higher than that. I think you guys have a legitimate shot to really surprise some folks in the conference. So I think you guys can pull this off. And if you guys do pull this off, there's going to be a lot of discussions, because even if you guys beat Jackson, I still expect Jackson to run through the SWAC. I expect Jackson to win the conference. I don't think they'll lose a single game in that conference.
Here's what
So
gives me a lot of hope, and especially people don't talk enough about coaching. So a lot of those games we lost by a single score to highly ranked CAA teams. Hampton and HBC don't normally compete like that, week after week after week. So we got some of that DNA. We got coaches who are well coached, who coach well, and we have a good foundation of players who have that DNA. So I think that we're gonna bring that. It just can't get rattled. You know what I'm saying? We just got y'all
gotta get past that heat. And the thing is, I did poke my head into the press conference on the CAA presser when your Coach Boykin was there, and he said that the biggest challenge that he knows that you guys are gonna have is the fact that there was no way to simulate that heat that Jackson, Mississippi is going to have for you guys on Saturday.
Supposedly it's supposed to be a mild day. That's what the Jackson State coach said. He said he was wishing it was going to be hotter, but it's looking like low 80s.
If it's low 80s, then this might be a game, ladies and gentlemen. Then you just got to make sure you get the crowd out of it, which is going to take some time. Yeah. And I also heard that your band's not coming.
Oh wow!
Heard your band's not coming, and supposedly it was posted of why they're not coming. It was the amount of how much it costed to bust them there.
How much?
Like $95,000.
Well, I wouldn't go either. That's a long. That
doesn't include food. That doesn't include hotels. That's just transportation.
$95,000.
Yeah, that's about right.
Wow,
that is about right.
Inflation hitting everything, man. Jeez.
It's not cheap. It's not cheap moving a band. Like I think a lot of folks don't realize that it's not cheap moving a band, man.
And it's across how many states?
Several. Virginia to Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. If we pivot back to football, like what's scary about Jackson State? Like what makes them the number one team in the SWAC?
They're very physical. Mm-hmm. Like they look. TC Taylor got his coaching chops from the MEAC.
Right.
They're a MEAC team in the SWAC. And folks hate when I say that, but they're a MEAC team in the SWAC. They're physical, they're athletic, they have some, and it's like a hybrid too, because the SWAC is known to always having great skill positions. Mm-hmm. They have that continuity with their quarterback and Morgan. They're big, they're fast, they're athletic. They're very physical up front. I think my biggest concern about my prediction is your defense, your front defensively.
Yeah, that's everybody.
That is my only fear, because if you guys, because they're going to be able to run the ball, they always keep running backs like a MEAC team, like a high-end MEAC team. Like they are a very talented roster. And you talked about coaching. TC Taylor's a heck of a coach. Mm-hmm. Like he's a heck of a coach. Like I think they Jackson State has NIL. Jackson State has like all the tools to keep talent there. And they're gonna have that base. They're gonna have the fan base. You're gonna have to deal with the Sonic Boom. You're gonna have to deal with that crowd. It's gonna be, it's home opener for them on television, on HBCU Go. It's gonna be live, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be live. I was watching is the presser, listening to the SWAC presser, and he's a confident man. A lot of time coaches hedge. He's like, there was no hedging. He was like, yeah, we're gonna be all right. I'm like, okay, all right. I think they're underestimating Hampton a little bit. I don't think people understand what has gone into the program to keep them competitive in the CAA. They're not an easy out. So I think they're gonna see, but to have all these new guys to gel on the road at Jackson, that's gonna be tough. That's a tall order. But the thing is, no matter what if they lose this game, especially, it's not like you said. I think there's a lot of growth that'll happen over the season. So I just hope they win and competitive, so I can watch the whole game and not like go do something else. But if they lose poorly, all right, first game, all new stuff. Heck, my man just named a quarterback. Which that still baffles me. But
who's the quarterback?
Well, Isaiah Freeman is listed as number one, but on the depth chart it says Isaiah Freeman or. Oh
yeah, we did the same thing, bro. We did the same thing on ours.
Okay, come on.
We did the same thing. And we'll get. And I know folks want to talk about A&T today. We're gonna do that after the break. Yeah. But yeah, we absolutely did the same thing. And I got other thoughts about that depth chart, but that's a whole different discussion point. But I mean, you're just trying to. It's sports. It's like you're just trying to try to make them figure out who's going to start. I think I expect Freeman to start, but who knows?
He should. The other guy was like, he just. I think he was a wide receiver. Like he was like a highly rated recruit. I don't think he panned out in college. He tried receiver, that didn't work back, so he's coming back to be a quarterback. So there's some arm talent there, but Freeman, nah, man. Like we said on our podcast earlier this week, Freeman hasn't had these weapons, and he did extremely well. So with these guys that Hampton has, I'm looking for some big things from that man.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be interesting, man. I'm looking for I'm hoping I can try to glance into the game before, because what time's the game start?
3:00. See it 3 or 3:30.
3 Central or Eastern?
Oh, that's a good question. I think Eastern.
So I might be able to catch an hour because I'm heading to Nashville. I'm flying out tomorrow.
Man. Yeah,
I'm heading to Nashville tomorrow. So
we got to talk about that.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that after the break. Yeah. All right, we'll be right back.
Get ready for the inaugural Unity Classic, Saturday, September 13th at Nathaniel Glover Community Field and Stadium. It's a clash of the Virginia Union Panthers of the CIAA and the Edward Waters Tigers of the SIAC. Plus, an HBCU band battle between the Edward Waters Triple Threat Marching Band and the Virginia Union Ambassadors of Sound. The inaugural Unity Classic goes down in due fall.
This is Brian Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Lab. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Lab, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
History? Yeah, we built that. Pride? We fuel that. And on August 30th, we run that. 2 powerhouse HBCUs, Howard Bison, FAMU Rattlers, one legendary showdown under the Miami lights at Hard Rock Stadium. The energy unmatched. The culture undeniable. The vibes straight HBCU. 2025 Invesco QQQ Orange Blossom Classic. Get your tickets and book your hotel now at orangeblossomclassic.com. Saturday, August 30th at 4 p.m. in Miami Gardens.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavil of Dr. Cavil's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app. As we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU Sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavil's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
Football fans, HBCU football is back in the ATL with the Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge Kickoff. Representing the MEAC, North Carolina Central, and representing the SWAC, Southern Eagles, Jaguars, the Marching Sound Machine, the Human Jukebox.
Compress the analytic data with your hip-hop. If you know them like I know them, they gon' tell you if your team, if they wanna lose, and who the ball. So listen to Professor, yes sir, and pay attention, cause he gon' teach a lesson.
Welcome back to Dr. Cavil's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab, episode 698. This is the Indy Report. All right, we got a second game. And we're gonna go to Nashville, Tennessee. We got North Carolina A&T heading down to Nashville for the John Mayer Classic. The game will be on at 3:30 Central Standard Time on Saturday. So this game is fascinating to me, mainly because of the amount of turnover that's happened on both teams. A&T's got a new coach. Tennessee State got a new coach. A&T had to got ravaged in the portal. Tennessee probably got ravaged in the portal more than we did. Mm-hmm. But we have two really good coaches, Reggie Barlow from XFL, Alabama State fame. And then we also had Sean Gibbs from Fort Valley State, and he was an assistant coach for A&T for over a decade. So it's going to be fascinating to see. And and Sean Gibbs said during his pressure that, is ultimately about adjustments. This game one is about adjustments and who can adjust. And you're going to see a lot of that with this, only because of the fact that neither school doesn't know what they got. They might have an idea of what they have, but they don't know. Like A&T was slated to be last in the conference, and I believe Tennessee State was next to last after winning the conference last year because of all the turnover that happened. So I'm going to this game. I'm hoping I can get some media credentials as well to get some shots and potentially get to interview the coaches after the game. But so we shall see what happens with this game. I'm as an Aggie, I expect A&T to go in there and win a close one. But I could see it go the other way too. Like Tennessee State, they don't have that many players left in that championship roster that played. But they got a pretty good coach over there in Ricky Barlow. So what's your thoughts, man? What are you thinking about this game?
We talked about this over the years. Like when Hamptonite and I, after we first saw the introductory press conference of your last coach, we said right away, that ain't it. Right? But I saw the press conference of Gibbs. I said, that's an Aggie. Like, if you know Aggie, man, he is an Aggie.
Even though he went to the school down the street, he played football at the school down the street. He did.
Well, he don't act. He talks like an Aggie man after being around Aggie man for 15 years in my last 15 years. So I get it. So I think y'all are in the right hands. He just got to get all the pieces together. Y'all are like Hampton, man. I mean, except your rebuild is even stronger. So I think it's going to be a tough game for you guys. But I'm just hopefully it's just a little more competitive and you guys can actually pass for more than 50 yards. If y'all do that,
we'll pass for 50 yards. Because we actually have a quarterback. We have a quarterback coach, Greg McGee. Yeah. We got him from Howard.
That's the Howard dude. Okay.
We got him from Howard, and from what I've been hearing and what I've been seeing, they got a couple quarterbacks in the queue. He's looked good. So
is the white dude is he the front runner?
He's albino, but yes, he is the front runner.
Oh, he's albino. My bad. I'm not.
Yeah, his pops is black.
Okay.
His pops play football too. His pops play football. UConn.
Okay.
His if I had to guess, he's gonna be the first quarterback walking out. But I anticipate we're gonna see both. We're gonna see both him and Braxton Thomas or Braxton Miller.
Okay. How's the running game going? Because that's got to be an A&T staple. I know.
Oh yeah, we got running backs. We're not short on running backs. So Gravedigger is going to be the first one out. But we also got Shameik Blizzard. So we got Maurice Hicks' son, Jalen Hicks, who also runs track for the team. So we got some.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I was in school when Maurice Hicks was running on everybody in the MEAC. Like, yeah, man. He got drafted while I was a student there. So, it'll be interesting to see how we look. Like, we lost our home games by an average of over 30 points. Like, we were one of the worst defenses, and we were the worst defense in the nation last year. But I think that we've been able to get some personnel back. We have some folks that were hurt last year that are going to be back. We got one all CAA player in Corian Sharp, and we got an honorable mention, Aaron Harris, that plays special teams, but also plays in the secondary as well. So I think it's going to be fascinating to see how we look. I think we'll probably be our offensive line. I think we'll be okay. Defensive line, I'm still nervous, but I think we're a little bit bulkier than we were last year, which is key. And we're not playing a 3-4, which is key. So I think we're gonna surprise some folks this year. I expect A&T to beat Tennessee State on Saturday. I really do. Now, if I tell you the line, you'd be shocked. What do you think the line is?
Well, Tennessee State is favored, has to be, right?
Yep,
I'd say 13.
9.5 point favorites. They're 9.5 point favorites with A&T. Yeah, they're 9.5 point favorites.
Oh.
So I think it's going to be fascinating to see. I think they'll cover the spread. I'm not worried about that, but I want I want to see what the fan base is going to look like at the game, because the way it's looking, based on what I'm seeing in these Twitter streets, it looks like there might be more A&T fans in the stands than Tennessee State fans in the stands.
Yeah, I would call that. Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's the John Merritt Classic. It's the John. Well, here's the thing for me, man, and I know Brandon's not here, so I'm going to go ahead and toot the horn for him. It's the John Merritt Classic. This is considered one of their bigger games of the season, and it's the home opener. All right, you're going up against the HBCU. From what I understand, the alumni fan base biggest beef they have is that they don't play enough HBCUs. You're going up against You're going against the largest one in the country. All right, so you check that box. The band is coming. The blue and gold marching machine will be there. So you can't even use that as a reason. So if I walk into that stadium and there's now they did have to open up more sections for us on the visitor side. That already happened. So if there's more Aggies, man, I'm gonna be on this show that following Wednesday asking a lot of questions about Tennessee State.
Yeah, I'm expecting it. I mean, you lost Eddie George. You still playing at cavernous stadium. It's it's a tough feeling, and the economy's tough. So.
And they changed the tailgate rules. Like, I guess the tailgate rules are at kickoff, tailgate's closed.
Oh, that's whack, man.
That's the NFL rules.
Oh, we ain't that.
I know we ain't that. I'm just telling you that, it's at an NFL stadium, but that's NFL. But then again, Tennessee State probably was like, yeah, you probably just go this route. Because I think the dilemma they were having is that people will be outside tailgating and nobody will go into the game. Hey,
man, that's what used to happen. I used to go up to the Whitney Young Classic up here in Jersey, and it was usually like Hampton Grambling. The same thing. Like, people would come in the game in the second quarter so they could watch the band and then leave right after the band. So the party's outside. There's like 30 DJs. So I understand those impulses. But so what does A&T have to do to win this game?
Run the ball, control the clock, and stop the run. I mean, that's like football 101, right? Those are the three things that they're gonna have to do. I think if they do those three things, they'll win. But
the hardest thing of that will probably be stopping the run.
Yeah, that's my biggest. Yeah, because we couldn't stop anything last year. But I know that we'll be interested. Like, we got Denzel Jones as the defensive coordinator, and we got Courtney Core. He's the defensive line coach and assistant head coach. So I know they're gonna have some schemes cooked up to try to help that. So I don't want to be super concerned about it, but I think if we can do those things, we should be able to win. But I think that we might be able to throw the ball on folks as well. But it's. I have some anxiety about the game. I'm just hoping that we look good, man. That's my biggest concern. I just hope we look good. I hope we
feel the same way.
I feel the same way. Like when you sit through a season, when you sit through 2 seasons of having 1 win each and 1 Division I win between 2 seasons, and like the first year, the grace was there because there were times that they were competitive in some of those games. They had a couple close opportunities to win. But that second year, man, it was brutal. Brutal. So I just think that
you saw that comment down there, a 3-horse race.
Yeah, I did.
Look, man, a buddy.
Yeah. 3? Shout out to Brandon. No, well, I listened to the presser of Barlow, and he was saying there was 2 guys, and he expects to play 2 of them. But we got 3. A&T got 3 quarterbacks too, but one of them is not ready to return yet. Because we had the or for 3 of them. We had the or for 3 guys too.
See, the thing about Hampton quarterback, right? Like, it's funny us using the or. Like, the quarterbacks don't seem to be that different from. It's like you ain't got a lot of film with him with this team. Like, who you fooling? But you got to prepare that. Maybe. I guess they're doing it for a reason, Yeah,
well, Barlow was saying that he was looking at Fort Valley tape, Howard tape, because of the quarterback coach and the offensive coordinator. I should tell him a secret, like, Greg McGee didn't call the plays at Howard. So, in essence, he is a first-time offensive coordinator at A&T. He didn't call the plays at Howard. Larry Scott called the plays at Howard. And I anticipate that Larry Scott's going to call the plays at Howard again this year. But let me I want to go to. Do you any other thoughts about this game? I got A&T winning in a close one. I think they'll probably win by a field goal.
I'd like to see that. I don't know much about Tennessee State. I just know that I just want to see y'all stop the run. And be physical. Y'all got beat up a lot last year, so I just want to see y'all not get beat up, like physically.
Nah, I don't think we will. I think we're ready. I think Sean Gibbs did admit though during the spring when they came out in the spring, he was concerned.
Yeah.
But then when they had their strength and conditioning program, got into the fall camp, he felt a lot better about the situation. Like he feels like he can probably get some wins out of these guys. So it'll be interesting to see.
Sweet.
Look, Brandon, look, man, y'all better show up to this game on Saturday. Y'all better show up to this game on Saturday.
Y'all gonna outnumber them.
That would be wild, man, if we outnumber them. We're coming though. It's like I saw A&T Roy in the chat earlier asking me about my Hofstra shirt. Next time, don't be late, A&T Roy. Don't be late. Then you know why. But then you know why. Anywho, they don't. Yeah, I know. You could. Yeah, I know. But and the thing is, as long as they can probably set that up when they go back to Hale Stadium. But as of right now, I mean, this is what you got. So, but let's see. Yeah, we know. I mean, I can tell you who the starting quarterback for A&T is today.
Yeah,
I know who's walking out of there. I know who's walking out of there.
Sure.
Yeah, I know who's walking out of there at the beginning of the game. This ain't gonna be Southern in school down the road. We know who's walking out of there at the beginning of the game. They did too until something happened. All right.
Right.
Yeah. They did too before I heard what happened.
Poor fella.
You know, he'll be fine, man. He's young. He's got to learn. I mean, that's just the way it is sometimes, you know. All right, we're gonna take another break. When we come back, man, we're gonna talk about some of the rest of the HBCU slate. We're gonna hit some of these lines. We're gonna talk about that. We'll try to get through all of them. We got plenty of time to make that happen. I was hoping to get Brandon in here, but because I want to pick on the fact that we're gonna have more fans than him at that game. But I know he probably only cares if Tennessee State wins. But then if we have more fans than them and we win, that's a bonus for me.
Yeah, it's all bad.
That's good across the board for me. So we will be right back after this next break.
Now, you can live in Texas and not have a good red meat blend. Texas Cowboy Dust is designed for steak and other red meats. It's out to be my most popular spice blend, made with onions, peppers, ground mushrooms, pink salt, and other spices. Texas Cowboy Dust also goes great with chicken, pork, vegetables, and adds a restaurant quality sheen to gravies and sauces.
It's like a loop machine. Going around town, trying to get down.
Vanilla smoked sea salt seasoning is for seafood. The tarragon and fennel bring out the natural sweetness in seafood. I also use it in rice dishes, on yams, asparagus, blueberry pancakes, and believe it or not, chocolate chip cookies. Vanilla smoked sea salt adds a salty and savory component to sweet dishes that create a symphony for the tongue.
Get ready for the inaugural Unity Classic, Saturday, September 13th at Nathaniel Glover Community Field and Stadium. It's a clash of the Virginia Union Panthers of the CIAA and the Edward Waters Tigers of the SIAC. Plus, an HBCU band battle between the Edward Waters Triple Threat Marching Band and the Virginia Union Ambassadors of Sound. The inaugural Unity Classic goes down in due fall.
History? Yeah, we built that. Pride? We fuel that. And on August 30th, we run that. Two powerhouse HBCUs, Howard Bison, FAMU Rattlers, one legendary showdown under the Miami lights at Hard Rock Stadium. The energy unmatched. The culture undeniable. The vibes straight HBCU. 2025 Invesco QQQ Orange Blossom Classic. Get your tickets and book your hotel now at orangeblossomclassic.com. Saturday, August 30th at 4 p.m. in Miami Gardens.
Football fans, HBCU football is back in the ATL.
Compress the analytic data with your hip-hop. If you know them like I know them, they gon' tell you if your team, if they wanna lose, and who the ball. So listen to Professor, yes sir, and pay attention, cause he gonna teach a lesson.
Welcome back to Dr. Cavil's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab, episode 698. This is the Indy Report. Look, man, there's a lot of games going on this weekend. A lot.
I found out something real quick. The game is 4 Eastern, Hampton and Jackson State. 4 Eastern.
So that means I only got by then. I only got 30 minutes because I'll probably be in the crowd by then. I'll be in my seat by then because I got some pretty good seats, man. When they made the decision to add more sections on the other side, because initially they only had the visitor side by the end zone. It was only like a couple spots, and then they added more sections and put the 50-yard line. I was able to get front row 50-yard line.
Oh, that's awesome.
I called them and switched it up. I initially was sitting on the Tennessee State side, but I probably could still go over there and sit on the Tennessee State side based on what they were saying. And there ain't gonna be no fans there.
You probably gonna be able to hear the coaches and all people getting cussed out and all that. So.
Yeah, if I wanted to go back over there to my old seat, I probably could. But I swapped seats to head over to the visitor side so I can check out, so I can be right behind the Aggie bench. All right, man. So some of these games I'm just gonna blow by them, only because of the line, and I will do the lines for each game. So the largest line of the slate, UAPB at Texas Tech. They're 52.5 underdogs. So I'm not going to ask if they're going to win the game because I don't think they are. But do you think they can cover the spread?
I think they can.
52.5. That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points. But they probably thinking they're going to put up like 60 something. I can see that game being like 68 to 7.
That means UAPB doesn't cover.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think they will. I don't think they.
Yeah, I don't think they are either.
They're not.
Alabama, A&M, and Arkansas is 41-point underdog. Alabama is 41-point underdogs against Arkansas. I don't think they're gonna cover that either. We talked about Hampton, Jackson State, only 5. So even the folk, even FCS Reddit thinks that it's gonna be a close game.
Mm-hmm.
Another one, which I think is gonna be fascinating. Morgan State versus the University of South Alabama.
What's the
29.5? The 29.5-point underdogs. Morgan State is.
I think
Morgan's going to cover this.
Yeah.
Banks, my partner in crime, Banks for MD. He probably thinks Morgan can beat those guys.
No. There's no chance. Man. No chance.
I think if Morgan State could figure out a way to have like if they have a quarterback, I think they got a puncher's chance. But that's the problem. I don't know if they got a quarterback or not. Like, I think defensively they can hold up. I just think the quarterback situation is so terrible.
Yeah, I think they'll cover because of that, but they're not going to be able to convert. They're going to get their run shut down at times. It's going to be 3rd and long, and it's going to be disastrous. But if they can just punt and make them drive, they got a chance to keep it close. But
yes,
no, that guy got to when they got to punt the ball. Yeah, they got to punt.
All right, so we're gonna go to the Thursday slate, and Thursday slate's got some pretty big lines too. So we'll start with Delaware State at Delaware, 29.5 point underdogs. Delaware State is against Delaware. I don't think they're gonna cover, man.
No, gosh, that's tough, man. That's 35-7, right?
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna cover, bro. This is for those who don't real. And a reminder, this is Delaware's first season as an FBS. They're in the Conference USA now. They're no longer in the CAA. So I don't think they're gonna cover, man.
And they normally get rocked by Delaware too, right? Anyway,
they do. They were getting rocked when they were still FCS.
Right. I think they're gonna cover. They can cover.
You think
they got some talent. They'll make some big plays.
Okay.
Delaware State, that is.
I'm not a believer in Deshaun Jackson yet.
Oh, me neither.
If they cover, then we can have a discussion about Deshaun Jackson. But I don't think they're gonna cover.
Me neither.
All right, next one. Now this one is interesting. Alabama State at UAB. 20-point underdogs. I think they'll cover. I think they'll cover. I think they cover. They look. You know what? You know the first step of me thinking that they can cover?
What's that?
They announced the starting quarterback. Andrew Body's going to be starting. I think they'll cover. And I think they got a shot to beat them. UAB is in bad shape, guy, man. Bad shape. Like I think there might be a portion of the UAB fan base that would love to see Alabama State beat them. Because that'll probably push Dilfer out faster. They're in a bad.
Dilfer. But here's the thing. You know, how many times have you watched Alabama State and thought like, damn, that team got it together?
Defensively, I always think they got it together.
I mean, as a total team, total unit.
I mean, for them to win as many games as they did last year with the quarterback carousel that they had, I mean, it's impressive. I mean, that was impressive.
UAB's bad, but I think they're gonna blow them out.
All right, one more Thursday game slate. Michael Vick makes his debut in Norfolk, Virginia, and Townsend comes to town. Townsend are 14-point favorites in this game.
Norfolk State will not cover.
I don't think they will either.
Nope.
I don't think they will either. And that game's going to be on ESPNU. But I don't think they will either.
No.
So the CAA is going to be on ESPNU, man.
I think it'll be interesting to see what Vic can do with his talent. I know that he brought a bunch of Hampton guys over who didn't play a lot. Some of the other transfers didn't play a lot. And they got pushed around a lot last year. I don't know if they fixed that.
Oh, a lot of times celebrity coaches have a habit of just going after skill guys first and forget about the trenches. We'll find out because Townsend has trenches. They're not short of that. The CAA squads have trenches.
Yep.
They are not short of that one bit.
Yep.
Oh.
That's interesting. My Norfolk State friends have been quiet about this game.
They have. As they should be.
Yep.
I saw somebody was talking about what was happening a few years ago when I guess Dion congratulated Oldest for getting to the Celebration Bowl before he got there a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they didn't get there.
Right.
Norfolk never wanted me at. But I think the fact that you're having those conversations and talking about that and not the game.
Yep.
Ooh, buddy.
Man, you wouldn't know the game was happening if we didn't mention it right now.
Oh, no, they've been hyping that. Well, the game that's been getting hyped in the MEAC right now has been Del State and Delaware. Delaware got billboards up about it, and the debut of Deshaun Jackson, like they're like rubbing it in, man. So it's going to be rough sledding. One more big line that I did not mention is on Friday night. Bethune-Cookman go sees an old friend in Willie Simmons at Florida International. The 21.5 point underdogs to Florida International.
That's too low.
I agree.
It's too low.
I agree. Way too low.
You remember when Emmitt Smith was trying to be a football announcer, and he said somebody got debacled. Never forget that. But they about to get debacled.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Florida education. Anyway.
All right. We're down. All right. So now we're down to one more double digit line, and that is Southern goes to Mississippi Valley State. Go to Itabena. Southern is 12.5 point favorites against Mississippi Valley State.
Too low.
Really? You think Southern will beat them by more than 14?
Yep.
I think this game's going to be close.
The new coach, he got some things cooking down there in Mississippi Valley?
I'm not saying Valley's going to win. I just think Valley's going to cover. I think they'll lose by like 7, maybe 10.
God.
So they'll cover. No, I expect Southern to win. Oh, if Southern doesn't win this game, man, they're going to be 0-5. They'll start 0-5. They have to win this game.
Yeah, a 7-point win against this team is kind of a loss.
But on the score sheet, it doesn't.
Right. I mean, they should correct a lot of things.
I got to double check. I gotta check. I don't even know if this counts as a conference game. Somebody in the chat can confirm that to me, but I'm not sure that this counts as a conference game. And Quasi, valid point. First Take is going to be in Norfolk tomorrow for that game against Townsend. So they're going to be out there tomorrow. Stephen A. Smith, Cam, they're going to be out there doing First Take live from Norfolk State, which I think that should be interesting, to say the least. They'll probably get in.
I don't even have any good smack. I got to think of some junk to talk to Norfolk State about that one.
Well, you already told me they weren't going to cover the spread against Townsend. I mean, ain't that more than enough?
They're not. But just something that's like personal. Like you say, the school down the street. Like I always got something for Norfolk State, but I forgot about them this year.
I
gotta fix that.
It's funny, Jeff got a valid point, man. And Townsend Norfolk almost beat Townsend last year, and the year before that, they did beat Townsend.
Yeah,
crazy enough, they did beat Townsend. They got more CAA wins than A&T. They did beat Townsend.
Man.
So it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
Good point.
So the rest of these lines are within 10. We got FAMU and your rival, Howard. Orange Blossom Classic. FAMU is 9-point favorites. Strike again. All right, let's take your hair out. Let's take the hair out the heart for a couple minutes. Do you sincerely think that FAMU is going to cover this spread?
100%, yes.
Okay, I don't think they are. I think it's going to be close. I think FAMU is going to win, but it's going to be close. And I wouldn't be shocked if Howard pulls this upset. And part of it is because FAMU doesn't. Even though FAMU announced their quarterback, what do we know? What do we know?
See the thing. Howard announced their quarterback, and that ain't good.
Yeah, well, we're gonna find out, man. It's gonna be interesting. I know Erica's going to the game, so she'll be out there trying to root for the squad. So we'll see.
She is an awesome Bison fan. They need more of her. They need about 10,000 more like her. She's awesome. I'm not even talking smack. Like her.
Oh yeah, now Erica's different.
Yeah, she's dope.
She tries to get to every single game. So that is commendable.
Mm-hmm.
One more match. We got Alcorn State is going to Northwestern State. Alcorn is 8.5-point favorites.
Oh, they'll cover.
Northwestern State didn't win a game last year.
Yeah, they'll cover. I don't even know. Are they FCS?
I believe so.
Oh. All right, come on, Alcorn, man. This
Alcorn has to cover. If this game is close, or if they lose, oh my goodness gracious, man! They didn't win a game last year.
Are they at the reservation, as folks say?
No, it's in Northwestern State. It's at Northwestern State.
Dang,
they're in the Southland.
Where is that? Northwestern State.
I don't have no.
Louisiana or something.
It's probably Louisiana, if I had to guess.
In the swamps or something?
Let me see. I'll tell you right now. I'm not sure. I think it's Louisiana. I have no idea. Yep, Louisiana.
Whoa.
It's in Louisiana.
Damn, that was a guess. Educated guess.
I thought it was in Louisiana, but I wanted to confirm.
Wow.
I expect Alcorn to win this one.
It's going to be like Bobby Boucher. That's got to be one hell of an atmosphere, man. Go get some gator or something.
They're going to beat the great poupon out of Howard is diabolical. I'm going to let Erica know you said that, Mr. Hunt.
Hey. Don't mess with the Bison. They drink with their pinkies up.
Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. Now, another game. We got Wofford going to South Carolina State. South Carolina State are 2-point favorites. So that's pretty much a pick 'em.
So push.
Yeah, 2 points. I probably would pick Wofford on the spread, but I think South Carolina State will win the game. 2 points is too small.
Yeah, I'm picking them at home.
No, I said they're wrong. South Carolina State will cover, and they will win the game.
Yeah.
It's only 2 points. They'll win by at least 3.
I want to see year 2 of Chinnis.
They're going to take a step back.
I'm interested to see that.
They're going to take a step. They lost a lot of players, man. They're going to take a step back this year. I think they're going to take a step back this year. And the final game is like pretty much the main event at this point with everything that is going on between Prairie View and Texas Southern. Prairie View are 1-point favorites against Texas Southern for the Labor Day Classic. There's been a lot of back and forth that's been going on between the coaches over the past couple of days.
Really?
A lot of back and forth. Oh yeah,
Talk about what?
Chris Dishman is hilarious. And I guess he was talking about he's going to be eating grass and talking about the 8. And then going like pretty much throwing the jokes across the board about Tremaine Jackson, because I think a lot of folks felt like Tremaine has been out here just braggadocious and talking smack the entire summer, and that ain't the way he did it. I don't think that's the approach that he was really doing. He was just saying what the expectation was for his football program. He expects to win now, and so and Prairie View has invested as such. But Prairie View right now are 1-point favorites. I got Prairie View winning this game. But I think Chris Dishman is hilarious. And I think, and this is just my opinion, I think, the previous Prairie View coach, they were buddies. I think they played together, if I remember correctly. So like when you take all those things into account, there's some, I don't know if there's full-fledged bad blood, but I know there was some jabs that happened. I ain't watched it all yet, but I heard the lunch in the day at the lunch in the day. There was a lot of jabs, a lot of back and forth between him and Tremaine. So it's gonna be Coach Jackson. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this game pans out. I'm going to be glued. I'm gonna try to watch some of this game if I can.
Yeah, man. I just looked it up. Yeah, they talking a lot.
Yeah, they out here WWEing it, man. They are out here going back and forth. The funniest line was when, and I ain't caught all the lines, but the funniest line was when Tremaine Jackson was talking to somebody. Coach Jackson was talking to somebody, and he shouted out his 5th grade teacher because they didn't let him, because he didn't want to do recess because he didn't play. It is entertaining, but that's what you need, man. That's what you need. That's what you need. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that game pans out. That will be fascinating to see. So, any other thoughts about this weekend in HBCU football before we adjourn, sir?
Oh, what about your school down the road? Aren't they playing this weekend?
Yeah, we already talked about that. We're 9.5-point underdogs. Oh yeah, I forgot about them. I didn't even see them.
It's a big game, man.
They are. They play in New Hampshire. Let me pull up that line real fast.
Well, I think also play in Durham, New Hampshire.
They do. They play in Durham, New Hampshire. Give me 1 second. My apologies. I didn't purposely forget them. Now they're going to think I did.
It's like me forgetting about Norfolk State,
Yeah, I could say that I purposely did, but I legitimately did not. Yes, I forgot to list them. Where are they at? I just saw it. There it is. New Hampshire is 2.5-point favorites at the school down the road. It's going to be at the school down the road on Saturday. But New Hampshire is 2.5-point favorites. I think the school down the road will cover that.
I think so. I mean, the thing about the school down the road, this is what, like you said the last show, they always lose one game a year because of stupid stuff. And they did a lot of stupid stuff against Southern last weekend. But it's luckily they were just that much better. Hopefully, they ain't going to be able to do that stupid stuff against New Hampshire. If they don't, they win.
Oh, if they do, they will lose. It'll be like what happened with them when they played Elon and Durham last year, and they got beat so bad the power went out. The power went out mid-game. Thought it would help them get an edge. I kid you not. The power went out during that game. The power went out mid-game. Thought they could get an edge, and nope, they just kept coming. Elon just kept coming.
Yep. Wow. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if we can get his boys to focus for 60 minutes. A lot of that comes from the top. Have you sat at a Central game and watched Oliver coach?
No, I've never been in that. I've never went to that game in that stadium ever.
Never?
Ever.
Wow. Because you're so close to the field there. Like you literally on top of the
I've seen it in the game. When I watch the games, I see how close you are to the field.
Yeah, my man, he's all over the place. So it makes sense why the team would be like that as well. Yeah, man. But I hope they win. Well, do I? Will it hurt? I don't want to see it. I don't really. I always root for CA HBCU.
I don't. So. I do not. I do not. I can't.
Is it because it's Central?
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense.
0-12. Well, 1-11 now, so Southern can do what they need to do.
Yeah.
I picked them last week. I just couldn't see it. But all right. Yeah. I just couldn't see it last week. I didn't think Southern had enough to do what they needed to do. New Hampshire's going to be a middle of the pack CAA team. So the school down the road should win that game, but like you said, if they come out like they came out against Southern, they're not going to win that game.
Nope,
they're not.
Nope. You got to beat New Hampshire. You got to beat them. You got to.
Well, they beat them last time. They beat them last time.
Yeah,
in Durham, New Hampshire.
Outrun them, out physical them. That's how you beat them. Not doing stupid stuff. That's how.
Nope. I agree. All right. Thank you for listening to Inside HBCU Sports Lab. Make sure you share our podcast with your friends and colleagues. Make sure you follow HGPirateShip.com and check out their podcast, the HG Pirate Ship, if you want to hear about Hampton news.
This last show was a good one. Sorry to interrupt. It was a good one.
Yeah, I got to watch it. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm definitely going to. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at ChampD1012. I do reply to most folks, but my Twitter handle has a lot of things in it. It has HBCU sports. It has Panthers football. It has video games, all that. I took down another tournament this week. We look forward to next week's as we discuss the latest news in the lab. Make sure you follow Dr. Kenyatta Cavil on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Make sure you follow Inside the HBCU Sports Lab 1 on Facebook and Inside the HBCU Sports Lab on YouTube. Dream big and continue to move forward. We will talk to you soon. Tariq.
Of course.
Lecture dismissed. See you guys next week, guys.
All right. Have fun.
Enjoy your HBCU football because football is finite.
It's here. That's true. Peace.